ABC6 News at 5. On your side.
A Jackson County couple is dead tonight after investigators say the boyfriend held his girlfriend at gunpoint in their home full of children. The call came into the sheriff's office at just before 11 o'clock last night from the Liberty Township home. ABC6's Lisa Rontola is there tonight with the latest. Lisa?
We spoke with a sergeant who answered that emergency call. He said he pulled up, drew his weapon, and then heard gunshots. Investigators say a relative was at the Liberty Township home last night, either called by the three children inside or it was a relative who was already there. Now, that relative said Bobby McCormick was inside and holding his girlfriend, Crystal Fife, at gunpoint. The children, including a high school freshman and school-age student, got out, one through a bedroom window. 5 officers showed up all at once. They heard no scuffle, but did hear 2 gunshots and then found the bodies.
I think that when he seen us, that he knew the situation was either going to get worse or, you know, that he didn't want to go to jail, basically.
Now, investigators tell me that couple both lived in the home. They had 1 child together, and all 3 kids are staying with relatives tonight. And coming up at 6 o'clock, I look into Bobby McCormick's criminal past. In Jackson County, Lisa Rontola, ABC6 News.
New at 5, the man accused of being the Hilltop Creeper was in court this afternoon. Deneen Black's appearance, a brief one. His lawyer entered a not guilty plea for him and did not request bond. Black faces 9 counts in all, including burglary, kidnapping, and gross sexual imposition. If convicted, he could face nearly 70 years in prison. Only on ABC6 tonight, our cameras are in an Athens County courtroom today. A woman breaking down in tears as a judge sentences her to life behind bars for beating her stepdaughter to death. Outside the court, loved ones holding signs reading "Justice for Kaylin." Inside, they couldn't hold back their tears either. The 4-year-old died from head trauma last year. Her 26-year-old mom, Ashley Young, pleaded guilty this month. Kaylin's grandma remembers the last time that she saw her granddaughter.
The last morning I picked Kaylin up for school and she was crying when she came out to the car. I said, "Baby, what's wrong?" She says, "Mommy wouldn't let me tell her I love her." I said, "What?" She's mad at me because I left my backpack at Aunt Stephanie's. A stupid backpack.
Out of all of this tragedy, there are 5 signs of life. 5 people who are alive today after receiving Kaylin's organs. And we're going to bring you more from this emotional day in court today on ABC6 News at 6.
A state representative faces nearly 50 charges in a corruption case. Reporter Carol Looper was there when Clayton Lucky turned himself into the FBI, and his booking came with an unexpected twist. Carol?
There was an unexpected twist. He wound up going to the hospital. We just came downstairs from the courtroom. They got him back from the hospital and into the courtroom. Clayton Lucky went and turned himself into the FBI this morning. We were there. The county prosecutor and the FBI held a news conference. Before that, they revealed that their investigation showed Clayton Lucky filed a campaign report back in 2006, 6 years ago, with the false name of a campaign treasurer for his campaign, and then that Lucky forged that man's signature. They've charged him with engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity, money laundering, forgery, election falsification. The FBI special agent on the case says they questioned Lucky back in March.
In March, when we interviewed him, that he then went after then and submitted more false documents. In my mind, it's a very simple case. We all learned this as children. You don't cheat, lie, or steal. And when you're an elected official, that goes even tenfold.
Court just a few minutes ago that the reason that he was having medical problems was that he is a type 2 diabetic, and that gave him problems. He is behind bars in jail uniform right now. He is on $100,000 recognizance bond. All he has to do is sign his name to get out. The judge says he's not allowed to talk to any of the people who may be potential witnesses against him. Ahead at 6, you'll see Clayton Lucky in court. Live at the downtown courthouse, I'm Carol Looper, ABC6 News.
Thank you, Carol. Your Vote 2012 coverage tonight. No Republican has won the White House without winning Ohio, and Mitt Romney knows it, spending a second straight day campaigning in our battleground state. At a town hall meeting with factory workers in Mount Vernon this morning, Romney said that he's the one who can help working Americans, not President Obama.
My whole passion is about helping the American people who are struggling right now. That's what this is about. The president says he's for the middle class. How have they done under his presidency? Not so well.
Back in the spring, Romney drew fire from a secretly recorded remark that he'd said nearly half of Americans depend on government and think of themselves as victims. Well, after his stop in Mount Vernon, Romney and Chris Christie were off to Delaware. And ABC6's Tom Bosco joining us now live from the Delaware Landmark, where the pair spoke today. Tom?
Yeah, Bob, this is Bun's Restaurant here in downtown Delaware. It's a pretty popular spot for campaigning. Now, it's not clear if Mitt Romney ate anything while he was here, but the crowd certainly found his message appetizing.
The campaign trail seems to make regular stops at Bun's Restaurant in downtown Delaware.
He's been here 150 years almost, and we're honored to have him here and take care of him.
VIPs lunched on soup to stave off the cold while waiting for Mitt Romney, and then greeted him and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie with cries of 4 more weeks.
You know you're right. We just got 4 more weeks to put up with Barack Obama in the White House.
Romney didn't speak long and didn't stray from the topic on most minds, the economy.
I will not raise tax on middle-income families. We're going to keep taxes low and get them lower if we can. My plan does this. There'll be no tax on interest, dividends, or capital gains for middle-income families in America.
He seemed to really be in touch with some of our major problems right now. I mean, the economy being one, but just some moral things as well.
Supporters say they are encouraged after Romney's strong debate performance and subsequent bounce in the polls.
Really confident, really happy about that.
All right, the crowd wasn't 100% in Romney's favor. Just across the street there were a few protesters from Planned Parenthood holding signs warning Romney that women are watching this election and watching the candidates. Also around the corner, somebody was dressed up in a Big Bird costume, of course making reference to Romney's claims that he's going to try to defund PBS if elected. And Delaware appears to be kind of a hot spot now. We've just learned that on Monday, the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, will be campaigning here as well. Reporting live in Delaware, I'm Tom Bosco, ABC6 News.
All right, thank you, Tom. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has been with Romney during his latest campaign swing. ABC6's Adam Arrow continues our Vote 2012 team coverage. He spoke with Christie one-on-one about several issues, including his response to attack ads against Romney following the debates.
Desperate and small. I mean, really, in a nation where the problems are as big as they are, we're really going to spend time talking about Big Bird? I mean, really? Is that what we're going to spend time doing?
Coming up at 5:30, you'll hear more of our interview with Christie. He talks about everything from the direction of the Romney campaign to whether he would accept a cabinet position if Romney is elected. It's all coming up new at 5:30. Mitt Romney will be making another stop in Central Ohio this week. He's holding a rally with running mate Paul Ryan at the Lancaster Town Square Friday evening. That event is free, but you will need to get a ticket from a Romney campaign office. And we're hearing from a top state Democrat tonight who's offering a rebuttal to Mitt Romney. The Republican contender scored points in the first presidential debate, but Ohio Democratic Party Chairman Chris Redfern isn't buying it.
When somebody purposely misstates the truth, we don't call it mistruth. We don't call it mendacity. We call it lying. Governor Romney flat out lied to the American people, not once, not twice, but through the course of the entire debate. Were made.
Redfern says President Obama helped jumpstart Ohio's economy by bailing out the auto industry. He says Romney wanted car makers to go bankrupt. To keep up with all the latest election news as well as information about campaign visits, just check out our Vote 2012 website. You find the link on abc6onyourside.com.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Bill Kelly. It's a beautiful day out there. We had those showers that pushed on through earlier. Now the skies have cleared out a little bit. We have just some passing clouds, but it's certainly a fall-like evening out there with temperatures only into the 50s and even some 40s. 49 in Marysville, 54 in Lancaster, 54 as you walk out in Grove City. But grab the hat. I mean, big time, because we're going, and I mean that literally, hold on to your hats as you go out. Winds up to 20 miles per hour. Those will be dying down as we get into the overnight hours. But for your early evening forecast, temperatures generally in the mid to low 50s, decreasing clouds. It will be breezy out there. Consequently, it is a chilly evening. Coming up in just a few minutes, we had our lunchbox weather school talk today We'll answer that question, plus talk about your weekend forecast, guys.
Always fun. Thank you, Bill. We'll see you shortly. Now, look at the drive home with Steer Clear Traffic's Mike Kilburn. Mike.
Well, Bob, a few problems out there this afternoon as you travel the highways. We'll take a look at some of these. We've got an accident out here on the east side. This accident with the right shoulder blocked up 70 westbound at Bryce Road. Fortunately, that's inbound instead of outbound flow, so that's not going to be a big factor on traffic, even though we are seeing just a little bit of slowdowns on the traffic map. As we travel up to the north side, I-71 northbound between or just before 3637, that's pretty heavily traveled intersection up there. We've got an accident working, and then we picked up one on the left shoulder block I-270 westbound at Sawmill Road. The freeway is affected tonight with some of these, but again, as we look at the map, it doesn't seem to be slowing the traffic down much. Out on the west side, we've got I-70 westbound at 270, right in that interchange, and again, a little bit of yellow there, but at least we're not seeing the bright red. That means we're getting the full stop there. Let's get out and take a live look at 7670 on the west side, where we're getting some slowdowns tonight as you travel the freeways. Those taillights outbound, a lot of volume there headed out towards the west side tonight, but overall, not too bad despite those accidents. Back to you.
Okay, Mike, great. Thanks to you. Gahanna police looking for a bank robber who did some illegal trick-or-treating at the PNC Bank on Granville Street today. New at 5, we've got the security camera pictures, and you can have a look here and see why bank workers were pretty shaken up by this guy. He's wearing a silver skull mask and surgical gloves, brandishing a kitchen knife. We brought you the story as breaking news at noon, and now the robber is still on the loose.
Another witness described him as having a gray sweatshirt on, so he could have pitched the orange shirt and fled with the gray sweatshirt. He also had on black shoes, muddy boots. He was described as being no taller than 6 foot tall and slim.
The police also on the lookout for the apparent getaway car, which is a 4-door white or silver Kia with damage to the front fender. No one was hurt in the robbery. Yeah, Mom and her son are alive tonight thanks to their neighbor. Investigators say he pulled them from their house in Gallipolis after it caught fire this morning. This is all that's left now. The family's neighbor, Christopher Williams, saw smoke and started knocking on the doors. The mother couldn't get the door open, so Williams forced it open and then pulled her and the boy to safety. Investigators still looking into a cause.
It is Wednesday, and it's your chance now to ask the attorney. We have lawyers here to answer your legal questions. ABC6 on your side. Consumer investigator Tom Susi is live in the ABC6 Help Center right now. Tom?
Indeed, Yolanda. We do it every Wednesday, 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. Take down this number. You'll need it, 481-6678, 481-6678. These lawyers, courtesy of the Columbus Bar Association Lawyer Referral Service. Now meet your legal team tonight. John Herbert, John Alastra, Marion Smithberger, Sue Salamito, and Jay Blazik. These attorneys will be here until 7 o'clock tonight, taking your calls. Again, that number, 481-6678. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Tom. Well, the pressure is on for fast food restaurants after the release of graphic videos showing dairy cows abused by workers. New at 5, the company's linked to Wendy's and the local chain's quick response to the investigation. Also, millions of Toyota drivers on alert tonight after the largest vehicle recall in more than 15 years. Tonight, which cars are affected and what you need to be worried about.
I'm Luann Stoya, live in the Pickerington area. Some scary incidents in this neighborhood have patrols coming out here tonight. We'll have the story coming up.